It's Thursday. Hola, guys. That's all I can start this off with. It's Thursday, and it has been yet another ridiculously anxious and stressful day. So I am in one of my happy places to woosah. I'm at the Home Depot, and I'm gonna go look at flowers and plants and smell the soil and the lumber and get in a happy space. And then we'll talk about the ridiculousness that happened today, because it doesn't seem to stop at this place that I am employed at. Let's go look at pretty things first. I'm gonna start with the veggies first because I really want to try my hand at another cucumber. Now my understanding is I can plant them upside down, and I have this upside down hanger that I would like to put into use. So if I see, ooh, look at all the squash blossoms. So if I see any cucumber that looks like I might not kill, I'm gonna get one. Look at the lovely lemons. Look how beautiful. Lavender, blech. I love the look of it, hate the smell of it. Look at these big old basils. Ooh, look at these fluffy basils. Bonnie Greenbelt, look at this pepper. I'm so jealous. Look at all these peppers. What am I doing wrong? Ooh, what the heck is this? An eggplant. Eggplant. I like the leaves. Oh, look at the little squash blossoms. Look at my demeanor, guys. The tone in my voice, my attitude. It just changes when I'm around. Look at the blossoms. It just changes when I'm around pretty, beautiful, growing things. Lots and lots of maters. Where's the cucumbers? Let's keep sneak-a-peek-a-looing. Hello, little mater. I was just joking around on Facebook about my not being able to leave little plunts on the ground. Oops. But I can't. They'll get squashed. Look at this big mama jamma, but it has little issues. Ooh, look at that. So pretty. Aww, look at the little red ones. That one's ripening back there. There's some red happening over here. A strawberry. A real out of the grocery store strawberry. Look at that. Look at that. What is going on here? What is that supposed to be? What is that supposed to be? It's funny shaped, poor little thing. Okay, guys, I must not be looking right, because I don't see any cucumbers. I see watermelons, all variety of peppers, a buttload of tomatoes, little squooshes, but I am not seeing cucumber. Well, I have always wanted a patch of nopales of this cactus, because when they're full grown, they make these little cactus pears. They're called tunas in Spanish. But I'm so scared of replanting this and being spined. But I don't know, maybe it's a Texas Mexican girl in me, but I would love my own little patch of cacti. These are on sale. I love these, but every cat I've ever owned tears them up, and I don't want my kitty to get sick. And he is very much a cat, so he'll probably be all up in here. Look, guys, guavas. I don't like guavas. I think they taste like blood, but they have guava plants. But I don't see any cukes. None at all. Look at that gorgeous color. This is the color of the rose that I saw yesterday that made me so happy. Gorgeous. Guys, look at this Meyer lemon already blooming. So pretty. Shut up, guys. Look, this has little limes already growing on it. Oh, how much are these? I want one. I want one. I want one. It's $36.98, and I have no idea how to take care of them. With my luck. Why does this say Meyer lemon, but they're little green fruits? Do they turn yellow? This is how little I know. But see, some of them have already dropped off. Is it because Texas is not good for them? I don't know. I wish I had come better prepared. I have an idea of how to stabilize my little solar floaty thing in my big giant pot. And it involves one of these saucers, but I don't know which friggin' size my pot is. So now I have all these creative ideas in my head that I'm gonna have to wait on. But better to measure once and be good than have to return or bring back the wrong size. I just realized I walked in here without a basket. Maybe that's a good thing. But there's so many pretty things. I want a rose bush. I have decided that I want a rose bush, and if I can find a cheap one, I'm gonna get a rose bush. And if I kill it, I hope not. It's not too expensive a loss. But I want a rose bush. These look kind of beat up still. I don't want to start off with beat up blooms. How adorable is that? That is so stinking cute. I love it. I love these little speckled plants. And these would be good in shade. And they're only $4, but I would need quite a few to fill up even one little basket I have for shade lovers. And I don't feel like I need to spend money right now. I'm just happy looking at all this awesome little living stuff. Isn't this pretty? It is so pretty. It's some kind of grass, right? Grass feather falls. So nice. It feels like plastic. They feel fake, but they're so pretty. Wonder if they flower. Look at this lovely tree. What is this? This is pretty. Do they smell? Do they smell? No, they don't smell good, but what is this? I must know. Nerium oleander. Holy crap, it's an oleander tree. I should have known by the shape of the leaf. I didn't know they grew into trees. I thought they just bushed out. That's cool. Wow, we had a mimosa tree in our house growing up, and they have the prettiest tufted pink puffy things that grow out of them. We used to climb that tree. It was our monkey tree is what we called it. I've never seen one so small. I've never seen a baby. They have grapes, guys. It's a whole grape. Look at the little tiny beginnings. How sweet. I knew you could grow grapes in Texas because we have wine here. $32.98. Tempting, but I don't know what I'm doing. So far I'm tempted by the hibiscus that I'm staring at right now, and that pretty grass stuff. I couldn't find any cucumbers. What is up with that? If I wasn't so tired, I'd probably go to Lowe's, but I got the weekend for that. Well, I have Saturday for that, because Sunday I'm gonna be with my mama. Okay, so I'm walking out empty-handed. There was nothing that I really absolutely wanted, or anything that I was willing to sacrifice if I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So I'm gonna head home. I do feel better, so I think I can talk about the ridiculousness now if y'all are interested. It is so hot, guys. It's hazy and humid and nasty, but I think I'm gonna go home and give some extra love and attention to the two little plants that I need to repot. So let's get situated for the drive home. Okay, let's turn that off, because I don't need YouTube saying, what the heck are you doing, Miss Copywriter? I have plant dust all over my loonses. Anywho, guys, where are y'all? Where y'all go? So I'm gonna try and keep this short and sweet, because I swear I complain so much when I have to actually complain. But today was nothing more than a continuation of the BS of that cycle from the other day. So I had the Devil Man on Monday, and then I had Psycho Dude on Wednesday. What's going on? I see kind of flashy. I have you guys posted in a new spot, so forgive the wiggling when we start to drive. But I think I found a good mounting spot for you. I don't know if the car likes it, but anywho, I told you guys about the guy who cussed me out, cussed my manager out, cussed my coworkers out, and we were told to ignore the phone call, don't answer that phone call, and then he swapped out phone numbers and would call us on a different number to, I guess, take us off his scent. Well, we thought that it was over, but today he called on the same number, and my coworker, you know, out of habit, you answer the phone, and he asked her who it was, and she said, blah, 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 this is blah, 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 how can I help you? And he said, who is this? And she repeated her name. Oh, F you, B, and hung up. And then she looks at the caller ID, and she's like, oh my gosh, I wasn't even paying attention. So he called one more time on a different number, said the same thing to her, because I was at lunch, said the same thing to her, and then proceeded to call a few more times on both numbers, but she just hit reject. So at this point, I am feeling some kind of way. I got really anxious. I got really nervous. I ain't gonna lie, I got scared, guys. I got scared. Like, what is up with this guy so many hours later, and he is still angry? So I posted about it on Facebook, because Facebook, like y'all, are my therapy. I can get out everything I won't say out loud, and it prevents me from going off on people if I either tell it to you guys or type it out on Facebook. So I was commenting on it on Facebook, and one of my cyber sissies suggested or mentioned talking to security, or, you know, somebody like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, we do have a whole police force in this hospital. And I couldn't shake that. This is out of hand. This is scary. These are red flags. Okay, now mind you, I work in a hospital where 2 nurses were murdered in October by a psychopath. So, and honestly, our security is not as up to par as they want to claim we are. So this man at this point knows all of our names. He knows our department, and he's continuing to be aggressive and nasty. He's harassing us. He's doing it on purpose, right? So it was just sitting in my chest. It was just like, I had all these like little tinglies, like not physical tinglies, but like your spidey senses. My spidey senses were up. So I'm like, I'm gonna go see if this is a police matter, if this is something that the police wants to be made aware of. So I went down there and they took all the information about the situation from yesterday and today, and then I made it back to the department, and I was emailing my manager because I kind of flew by the seat of my pants, only because I felt like I need to do something. You know the saying, you see something, say something. If you see something, say something. Well, if you hear something, say something too, because people are crazy these days. So I was in the middle of emailing my manager, you know, explaining to her I wasn't trying to go over you or anything, but this is the situation. The man is calling us back. And my coworker had actually tried to call her to let her know, hey, this dude's back at it. Can we try and block the phone number from in here? Because apparently IT hasn't blocked this number. But she didn't answer. So, I'm emailing her saying I didn't want to go over your head, but I've gone ahead and reached out to the police department, and as I'm typing it, we hear a knock on the door, and it's a police officer. So he takes down all our information. In the midst of that, my manager walks in, and then she tells her part, my coworkers tell their part, and got address, phone number, and everything. I don't know how the police is going to handle it, but it's definitely harassment, definitely something they needed to know, because they need to flag these types of people at the entrances. I'm not going to say anything about our security, but I'm just saying, hopefully if they flag this person, if this person is attempting to do anything dumb, security will actually catch it. But we ain't gonna get into that. But so that was that. And as soon as I did it, I felt better. But my coworkers and my manager did not, and it was obvious. You know how you can feel a vibe? Well, I had actually been feeling it all day. So let's get into that. When I got in this morning, now after my tantrum and breakdown yesterday, I know my coworkers were kind of like, is she all right? They kind of left me alone because I was kind of quiet, kind of in a mood. I tried to make conversation with them because I know I can get kind of gloomy and kind of dark and scare people. That's just, I've always been that way. When I get really pensive, or when I get really stressed, or when I get really sad, I can scare people because I do get very brooding. And I was trying not to be that way yesterday because I genuinely like these ladies and I didn't want them to be scared or freaked out or whatever, because I had already, you know, peed in the well water at this point. So I tried to make conversation with them, and they were cordial and made conversation back. But when I walked in this morning, I don't know, guys, I got a feeling that they were on purpose ignoring me. I don't know if they were just walking on eggshells, which I feel bad about if that was the situation, or if they were mad at me because of the drama. The reason I say that is because today was our company picnic, and usually we go down there together, and this time, I don't know if I'm just being sensitive or paranoid that, like I said, I peed in the well water, but they made this big to-do about going down there and didn't ask me, you know, to ask what time is a good time for you to go down there, you know, let's all go together. That's our usual thing. So I'm like, I'm not going to take it personal. They're probably just giving me my space, because I had been kind of quiet that morning as well. This morning I was in a lot of pain, my back and my arms, so I could just get quiet when I feel that way. But again, throughout the morning I was trying to make small talk, you know, just to both of them, just to kind of get a feel, like, are they mad at me? Are they scared of me? What, right? Well, I couldn't tell. So lunchtime comes, I'm like, well, I don't know if they're mad at me or scared of me, but whatever. At the end of the day, whatever. So they come back from lunch. We get the crazy phone call. My manager comes in while the police officer's there. And you guys, when I tell you, if looks could kill, I would be stinking right now. Like rigor mortis would have set in, and I would be stinking. Because if she's talking to the officer, and I turned around and I'm talking to her, because we're all kind of connecting dots, and she's saying what he said to her, and come to find out, according to what was said to her, not only does he hate America, he doesn't like women very much. So I heard things he told her that he didn't tell me or my other coworkers. But anywho, while she's talking to the officer, now mind you, they're all gung-ho about reporting their part in it and what was said to them, whatever. They're eager, and they're not acting nervous or scared. No, one of them is even willing. Yeah, let me tell you. So, because I kind of felt like, oh my gosh, maybe you're turning a mountain out of a molehill kind of thing. But no, at the end of the day, no, I'm not. But I was feeling kind of like I'm putting this on them, and I should have asked how they felt about it. But I was second guessing myself, which is what I do all the time. But they seemed eager to share, okay? But like I was saying, my manager, while she's talking to the officer, I kind of glanced over her when she was saying some of the stuff that the man was saying to her. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I turned around and looked at her. You guys, she looked at me like she wanted to kill me. She looked so angry. And I'm like, why the heck are you mad at me, lady? I'm trying to prevent something from happening here. I'm looking out for all of us here. You're mad because I felt some kind of way? And I told her, I said, I was in the middle of emailing you before the officer came. I didn't know he was going to come that fast because they told me they didn't have any officers available at the time, but that somebody would be here before the day was over. It was less than 15 minutes when the officer's there. So, you know, I hadn't had a chance to tell you because I'm thinking that's why she has this hateful look on her face, because she's like, how you gonna go over me and start all this without me knowing? But she's just staring at me like cold-blooded, just staring at me. And after all is said and done, the police takes a report. Like I said, I don't know what they're going to do with that. But after all is said and done, and the police officer leaves, she starts making small talk with us. She's like, how did y'all enjoy your lunch? What did you all choose? Because they gave us an option of barbecue, tacos, pizza, all kind of crap. She's asking all of us, what did you all get? Was it good? Did you all enjoy it? And she asked me, what did you get, Melissa? I said, I got the barbecue plate. Was it good? I said, I don't know. I haven't eaten it yet. You haven't eaten? I'm like, no. Maybe you should eat. I'm like, I'm not hungry. But maybe it'll make you feel better. And the way she's speaking to me like I'm a child. Like I just had a temper tantrum and she thinks some milk and cookies are going to make things better. I'm just like, no, I'll probably eat it when I get home. What the heck? So, she also said, rather annoyed, well, I told you not to answer the calls, then rolled her eyes and said, I seriously doubt he'd come up here. It was a tone in her voice that irked my soul. And then she left and I'm like, she's mad at me. It's so obvious she's angry with me for getting the police involved. The ladies got real quiet after the police left and I'm feeling something. I'm like, so again, I'm like, look, I'm sorry if I'm creating drama around here, but I feel it's better to be safe than sorry. And I'm just looking out for us. So if you all took offense, if you all are bothered, if you all are upset with me because I went this far with it, I'm sorry, but I'm not. We know what's happened in this hospital. This man knows all of our names. He knows what department we work in. He is specifically making sure that he knows who is answering the phone. So I'm not taking any chances. So later on, one of my coworkers comes in, maybe an hour later, she comes in and she says, I hope they arrest the guy because, yeah, what he's doing is wrong, blah, 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 blah. But the other one didn't say much. So I don't know how I left anybody feeling, but at the end of the day, I am over people being trash heaps, okay? You cannot get away with treating people like crap. And if you're waving red flags in front of me, I'm gonna say something. And I've never felt compelled to do something like that. I don't think I've ever been afraid or you know, like compelled to do something, but this wasn't sitting right. This was not sitting right. The fact that when he would call and we didn't catch the number, we say who we are. Okay, who is this again? And you recognize the voice and you're like, oh crap. He's trying, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but to me it sounds as if though he is trying to make dang sure that he has our names. And for what though? For what? It's just scary. But we have a voicemail. We have a voicemail that kind of played into what my manager said. My manager said he told her when he was speaking to her, because apparently he was also somehow getting a hold of her. I'm not sure how, but he was telling her F America, F America, F you American bees. So he has a problem with women and America, okay? And I told you guys he had like a Middle Eastern accent, and I wasn't gonna delve on that on the last video because I didn't want anybody to say stop stereotyping. But I did get that. I got that the fact that he didn't like women immediately just by the way he was speaking to us, and the fact that he didn't believe my manager could be a manager because she was a female, and then he started calling us bees yesterday. So I'm like, this dude probably culture-wise just does not like or respect women. But I didn't know he had said F America until my manager said that's what he was saying to her. And then we got voicemails that is saying F you American bees. F you American bees. So yeah, stupid. We have your phone number, your address, your height, your blood type, and your voice recorded calling us American bees. F you American bees. So I don't know what the cops are going to do about it, but that's what happened today. Like I said, I felt some kind of way with the ladies, but I've apologized, okay? I apologized for my outburst yesterday, and I was sincere about it. I apologized for my outburst yesterday. I tried to make small talk with them yesterday, try and, you know, get a feel for how they're feeling. Because if I scared them, if I upset them, I am going to apologize again. I don't have a problem with that. I own my BS. I do. But I didn't get any feedback from them. I was pretty much ignored. When I did speak to them, like I said, they were cordial, but they weren't as friendly and open as before. Now, I did make a joke after the police officers and everybody left, I did make a joke. I said, oh my God, I just started laughing. I have these moments where I start laughing, and I started laughing, and I said, oh my gosh, I bet our manager thought I had gone ballistic in here when she was called and said the police are in the department. I bet she thought Melissa done lost her mind. And I kind of laughed because I thought it was funny. That's when my coworker said, I wonder if he's gonna get arrested. I hope they just go and get him arrested. I said, well, I hope something is done, because somebody needs to understand, be made to understand, you cannot treat people this way. And you know, if it was red flags flying, then those flags need to be knocked down. I said, that man took me out of my character. That man took me out of my spirit like nobody has in a really long time. I've never been afraid of a situation like this in a really, really long time. I said, that fool had me pack up my stuff. And my coworker at this point starts to chat. She goes, I was going to ask you about that, but I was just letting you have your moment. So I think they are walking on eggshells. They're a little nervous around me, and I don't blame them. Like I said, I can walk around looking crazy, y'all. I can walk around looking crazy even when I'm not feeling crazy. But when I am feeling crazy, I can just imagine. I used to scare the people in my other clinic. There were instances where people would upset me so bad that one of the nurses used to tell me, Melissa, you looked scary. Something happened to your eyes. You scared me. And I've been told this my entire life. When I'm upset, when I'm angry, when I feel attacked, apparently something happens to my face. I don't know. This little face. But yeah, but I don't know. But I'm home. It's getting overcast again. It's getting gross. I'm gonna measure this flower pot because I'm going back and getting that little dish and try and work some magic in here just to stabilize it. I think it's gonna be really, really pretty if it works. But anywho, I digress. I'm home. I am going to get in here and see what little dude wants for dinner. And I am going to get to the business of being a mama. So if you guys have made it this far into this video, then you're not sick of my crap, okay? You're not sick of my whining and complaining. But I always like to apologize for being such a Debbie Downer and such a what did I call myself on Facebook? A hysterical Henrietta. But I'm gonna go in because I'm hot. Even y'all know my situation, I'm hot. But I feel so much better, guys. I left work totally stressed, and I kid y'all not, as I'm walking from the hospital to the car, as soon as I got out of our department, it hit me, everything that I've been putting up with all day, like trying, you know, just aguantándome, like putting up with, word of the day, aguantando, putting up with wanting to talk to the girls, wanting to straight out ask her, y'all mad at me? But whatever, I don't want to seem needy. So when I left, when I walked out, it just kind of like, it started like coming over me, and I got scared because currently I'm like really anxious, and I thought, no, calm the heck down. You're not going to fall out. You're not going to act up. So I didn't want to have a panic attack trying to walk to the car. But I did feel that way. I felt that way sitting in the car. I felt that way walking into Home Depot, and then poof, it's gone. And then talking to you guys, getting it all out. I'm telling you guys, talk it out. I don't care if you guys got to send me messages. I don't care if you guys got to put it in comments. I don't care how you do it. But if you guys need somebody to talk to get stuff out, and you can reach me in some kind of way, please do it. Please, it really, really helps to get crap out. You don't want to hold that mess in. You really, really don't. If you gotta cry, scream till snot runs down your face and your eyelashes fall off and your mascara runs, I don't care. I don't care. Trust me when I tell you, I have had anxiety since diagnosed. I've had it my whole life, but diagnosed at 15 with anxiety disorder. And it's horrible. It's horrible. But prior to my being 15, I was already trained not to say anything. And it damaged me, guys. So just talk it out. Talk it out. Comment it out. Whatever you guys need to do. If not to me, to somebody else, it doesn't matter. Some of you guys have started chit-chatting together on the comments. It's amazing how that can help even. You know, just don't eat it. Don't keep it in you. Please, please, above all else, protect your friggin' mental health, guys, because you only got one noodle. And if it goes left, you might not get it back right. Okay, so please, 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 just take care of yourself. Take care of each other, okay? Be nice. Be nice to each other. Even if you have resting bee face like I do, be nice. And if you think you're scaring people, let them know I ain't scary. I just look this way, okay? But anyway, I'm gonna go inside and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. I hope you guys had a great Thursday. It's Thursday, right? Hope you guys had a great Thursday. And I hope you roll into a great Friday. So till my next go round, I love you bunches. Ciao. Ooh, I need to cut my grass, but there's this little thingamabobber. Yay, it's still working. I think it's getting dirty. They say if it starts to not shoot out, there we go, I gotta shake it. But see, I need to measure the pot. I think the sticker already came off, so the sticker won't be able to tell me what size it is. But I want to measure this because I want to put the little keep the water filled, but I want to put in that little tray and cut the hole exactly to this size so it'll stabilize it in the center. And then around the little tray I want to possibly put gravel. I saw something on Pinterest was so pretty with gravel, or I don't know, but I definitely want to stabilize this with the tray.